Hey, what is going on guys? Quote Rebooted here, back with another Minecraft video on my channel. Today's video is the very first video of a new series on my channel called How to Redstone. I've already uploaded a video explaining what the series is about, and there will be a link to it down in the description. However, if you really don't want to go and watch that video, these episodes are Redstone tutorials. Nice and simple. Let's get on with it. So today I will be explaining clock circuits. Now, for those of you who don't know, clock circuits are used to create pulsing redstone signals. As you can see in this example, I flip the lever and the redstone lamp starts flashing on and off. This is thanks to the clock circuit back here. Practical applications would include things ranging from arrow launchers all the way through to alarm systems, and even more really cool stuff. In today's video, I will feature 3 clock circuit designs. There are literally hundreds of different ways to make clock circuits in Minecraft. Now, in my opinion, these are the 3 most useful, easiest to build clock circuit designs. Just don't feel limited to these ones in your redstone contraptions. Moving on to our first design. This is the hopper clock. So, as you can see, we flip the lever right here, and we get our pulsing redstone signal. We flip it again, and it turns off. This is because we have 2 hoppers running into each other with an item being passed back and forth between them. Whenever the item is in the hopper with the comparator output, the comparator will detect the item and output a redstone signal. Whenever the item is in the hopper without the comparator output, obviously the opposite happens and the redstone signal turns off. This creates the pulsing effect, and it can easily be toggled on and off by powering one of the hoppers using a lever or any other kind of power source. This will lock the hopper and prevent any items from flowing out of it, essentially disabling the clock. The way that we build it is that we grab 2 hoppers and place them running into each other. Then we can take a comparator output from one of them. This is where your pulsing signal will be coming from. Now grab a lever and place it on top of one of the hoppers. Just note that if you place the lever on top of the hopper with the comparator output, then you will be getting a constant redstone signal when this is turned off. However, if you place it on top of the hopper without the comparator output, then you won't be getting any signal at all when this is turned off. Lastly, you just want to throw any item inside of one of these hoppers. Just make sure that that is only one item, because if you throw more than one item in there, you will have basically just made yourself a very expensive constant power source. Now you can flip the lever and watch the magic happen. You can run this comparator into anything, but I'm just using a redstone lamp for demonstration purposes. Okay, design number 2. Say hello to the comparator clock. This is arguably one of the fastest clock circuits that you can build in Minecraft. As you can see, we flip the lever and we get ourselves an instant epileptic attack. No, I shouldn't joke about that, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. This clock works with the comparator's subtraction mode mechanics. The lever powers the comparator with a signal strength of 15. This signal strength is enough to reach the output and toggle it on. It is also enough to reach the side of the comparator with a signal strength of 13. The comparator then subtracts 13 from 15 and outputs the new signal strength of 2. This will lose power before reaching either the output, toggling it off, or the side of the comparator, allowing the full signal strength of 15 to be released and reset the cycle. Anyway, to build it, you can place down a comparator and set it into subtract mode. Then run redstone dust from the front into the side of the comparator. Now you're going to need to take a repeater output from one of these redstone lines. The reason we do this is because the pulse is actually too fast for most redstone components to pick up. So we have to slow it down by using a repeater to ensure that they aren't just constantly powered. You do just want to ensure that you have at least 3 pieces of redstone dust between the front of your comparator and the back of your repeater. If you have any less, then when the comparator emits a signal strength of 2, then it will be enough to reach the repeater, and once again, very expensive, constant power source. And you don't want that happening, so make sure you have the 3 pieces. So I'm running it out from here. This would be 1, 2, 3. Repeater, output. Now you can power the back of the comparator and you should have yourselves a functioning redstone clock. The final design for today is the hopper timer. Once again, we flip the lever and, well, yeah, it's really slow. This basically works the same way as the hopper clock does. Only you can use up to 5 stacks of items to increase the delay, making it one of the slowest clock circuits in Minecraft. If we take a look inside these 2 hoppers, you can see that the items are flowing from one hopper into the other. Once all of the items are flown through, then the output will toggle from on to off. Then once all of the items are flown through again, then the output will toggle from off to on, and well, you get the idea. Once again, we have 2 hoppers running into each other. Only this time we have between 1 item and up to 5 stacks of items being passed back and forth between them. However, unlike the hopper clock, this circuit works more on whether or not the hopper is empty rather than whether or not the hopper is full. No matter about the quantity or type of items inside the hoppers, just 1 item inside of a hopper will be enough to power the respective piston using the comparator output. The only thing stopping the piston from extending will be the other piston already being extended. Once all of the items have flown out of its hopper, it will retract and the original piston can extend. Obviously, this will cause the redstone block to be moved around. This is important for 2 reasons. The first being that when the redstone block moves in front of the output will toggle on, and when the redstone block moves somewhere else that's not in front of the output will toggle off. That one should be fairly obvious. The second reason being that we need to lock the hopper that is busy receiving the items. We do that by powering it. Otherwise, we will just have built a glorified version of the hopper clock that I showcased in the beginning of the video. It's kind of hard to explain, but once you have built it for yourself, you'll see what I'm talking about. Again, this clock can be toggled on and off by using a lever to permanently lock one of the hoppers. Alright, so to build it, you can place 2 hoppers running into each other. Now you can place comparators coming out of the back of each hopper and running into a block. Now at 90-degree angles to these comparators, you can place in redstone dust on either side. Now you can take your sticky pistons and place them facing inwards just off each of the redstone dust. Also, place your redstone block on one of their faces. Now you can take your output from one of these 2 blocks over here. Now you can place a lever on top of one of these 2 hoppers. Just take note that if you place the lever on top of the hopper that is in line with your output, then when you turn off your contraption, you won't be getting any redstone signal at all. However, if you place the lever on the hopper that is not in line with your redstone output, when you turn off the contraption, you will be getting a constant redstone signal. So just watch out for that. Alright, Finally, you can place in all of your items. Remember, up to 5 stacks. Now you have yourself a fully functional hopper timer. And that just about wraps up today's tutorial. If you want to see more clock circuits in future videos, just let me know down in the comments section. Please like this video and share it with your friends, just to make sure that it gets out to a wider audience. Also, subscribe to my channel and ring that notification bell, just so that you never miss out on any of my channel's content. And with that being said guys, I'll see you in the next video. CodeCrafted out.